Winning an Oscar is one of the highest honors you can get, but there are some Hollywood heavyweights who, despite their amazing work and time put in, still haven't won an Oscar. Welcome to Cinema Pills. Today, we are counting down 10 actors who are overdue for an Oscar win. We will highlight male actors who have not won individual Oscars for acting, so any wins for directing or Best Picture do not count. Before we start, we are constantly coming out with new videos, so please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with us. Number 10. John Goodman. It is a pretty understood thing that funnier guys don't win a lot of awards as far as Oscars go. But when you see someone like John Goodman in so many versatile roles, it is hard to believe that he's never won. Yes, he's been in other roles that are a little more serious, but sadly those roles were not his main or supporting characters. However, anyone who's seen 1998's cult classic The Big Lebowski could argue, as many did, that Goodman should have won an Oscar for his supporting character, Walter Sobchak. True, it may not have been an emotional role, but it was so funny and iconic that it left the fans with a lasting impression. If only comedy were more appreciated. Number 9. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey has changed so much since his early days. These days, he's mainly an activist and artist. In his early days as a comedian and actor, he was the most sought-after comedy star in the world. But there was a time between where Carrey transitioned to more serious roles and, we would argue, greatly succeeded. But if you're judging by Oscar wins, you wouldn't be able to tell. That's right, the same man who starred in inspiring movies such as The Truman Show, Man on the Moon, and The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind has yet to win an Oscar. He's pulled in MTV Video Music Awards, Golden Globe wins, and People's Choice Awards. So every other Academy recognizes him except for one. Hopefully, if Carrey comes back into the Hollywood spotlight, we'll be able to see more of his dramatic talent. Number 8. Viggo Mortensen. That's right, folks, Viggo Mortensen has yet to win an Oscar. Now, we understand that people will argue that he was part of a team of actors who won for Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. However, this was not a win for himself. Since 1984, Mortensen has been acting and making minor appearances in movies and TV series. He started landing bigger roles and then got the part for Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy in 2001. He then went on to star in hits such as A History of Violence and Captain Fantastic. But even with this amount of success, it wasn't enough to convince the Academy that he should get an Oscar. Number 7. Will Smith. This is one of the saddest entries on our list, as Will Smith is one of the most recognizable and most respected actors in the world. He's starred in comedies such as 7 Pounds, action blockbusters such as Independence Day, Bad Boys 1 and 2, and I Am Legend, and powerful dramas such as The Pursuit of Happiness and Ali. Although he was nominated for the last two, he lost. Yes, he has tons of nominations, but it is cause for many to protest because the nominations are for his dramas. Will Smith has made many great action movies and racked up millions of dollars for studios. Unfortunately, the Academy doesn't care if a movie makes over $1 billion. If the actor doesn't do drama, then he will ultimately lose. Such a disservice to great actors such as Smith, but he isn't done acting, so I'm sure we'll see more from him in the future. Number 6. Ed Harris. Ed Harris is one of those actors that you see almost everywhere and start to think of it as that old familiar face, but rarely has he ever been the lead role. 3 of his 4 Oscar nominations are for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Apollo 13, The Truman Show, and The Hours, all losing. Like Will Smith, he has so many memorable titles under his belt. He has paid what he owes to the industry and left impressions on those who have watched his work. Even though he was a major player in the Oscar-winning film A Beautiful Mind, he wasn't nominated then either. But we hope that will never keep him down. Ed Harris is a super talented actor with a lot to give. We have our fingers crossed that he will land a win one day soon. Number 5. Edward Norton. The intensity and dedication of Edward Norton to his films is always noticeable. He bound onto the movie scene in 1994 and quickly started landing major roles such as The People vs. Larry Flint, Fight Club, and American History X. These movies were thought-provoking and even mind-bending. However, they weren't enough to get Norton the coveted Oscar win. He, like Will Smith, has a good amount of nominations, but sadly, the roles just haven't made the cut. Although Norton is very selective with the roles he takes, which undoubtedly may contribute somewhat to the lack of wins, he is not the type to throw in the towel. He is known for committing to the roles he does take with a lot of passion, so it's not hard to imagine that he won't eventually get the win. Number 4. Bradley Cooper. Some actors have a certain talent for truly bringing the emotions out of their audience. Bradley Cooper is one of them. He has starred in or been in a supporting role for some of the best dramas ever, including Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, A Star is Born, and American Sniper. Each of these movies netted him a nomination, but they all fell short. It's speculated among many groups that many actors like Cooper who have not put in enough time are overlooked in favor of veteran actors. No one really knows what that magic, unspoken number really is, but in Bradley Cooper's case, 1999 isn't long enough. Number 3. Johnny Depp. We all know that Johnny Depp is a bit of an unusual character. His roles are very unique, but as unique or unusual as he may be, he has stunned us with some memorable performances like Captain Jack Sparrow. Sadly, these choices of the unusual may be the thing that keeps him from winning the Oscar awards that seem to always escape him. He's been nominated 3 times for his roles in Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, Finding Neverland, and Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. The latter won him a Golden Globe, but not the Oscar. While we do love Johnny Depp and appreciate the niche market he has with director Tim Burton, we always hope that he can overcome whatever is holding him back to get what he deserves. He has put his time in and has given a lot. It's his time. Number 2. Tom Cruise. That's right, one of the most recognizable people doesn't have an Oscar. Tom Cruise has done some incredible work and given us some amazing roles to admire. You would think that starring in such movies as The Last Samurai, A Few Good Men, and Rock of Ages would get him at least a nod, but none of his roles in those movies were even nominated. His nominations come from Born on the 4th of July, Jerry Maguire, and Magnolia. Yes, those roles definitely deserve nominations, but if you've been paying attention, you can see exactly what type of roles are the ones getting recognized. They aren't action roles. They aren't comedy roles. They are for drama. So Tom Cruise finds himself out of luck, even though the Mission Impossible franchise is one of the most loved action franchises out there. Number 1. Samuel L. Jackson. You're reading this right. This bad man has no Oscar wins. He's been in over 125 movies, and not only does he not have an Oscar win, he only has 1 Oscar nomination for his role in Pulp Fiction. Many times, you try to give the Academy the benefit of the doubt. They know what's best. They know what qualifies as great acting and what doesn't, right? Not this time. We feel it necessary, in case any member of the Academy decides to get on YouTube and watch this video, to list a portion of the roles that Samuel L. Jackson should have been at least nominated for. Avengers, Nick Fury, Shaft, John Shaft, The Hateful Eight, Major Marcus Warren, Unbreakable, Elijah Price, Django Unchained, Steven, The Incredibles, Lucius Best, Frozone. Luckily for us, Samuel L. Jackson is a bad man and isn't going to stop making movies for a long time to come. Awards or not, he knows what he's worth, and we know too. So how did we do? Did we miss anyone? Be sure to comment below. Also, feel free to suggest any topics for upcoming videos, but subscribe first and hit that notification bell. See you next time.